War Pugs. So, today we're going to be checking out something that was requested by Aizaku. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. This is Sister of Battle. It's about the Sisters of Battle. The Sisters of Battle, if you don't know, were my first faction that I ever played in Warhammer 40k. I absolutely love the Sisters of Battle from a concept standpoint, from the way they were first pitched to me, from everything I've read. There isn't a single instance that I can say that I don't like the Sisters. They are everything wrong and right with 40k. The concept of the Sisters, a massively zealotous organization that purges by fire. The way they were founded, everything about them is just 100%. I love it all. I love it all. Now, all that being said, I don't know if this is animation or what, but frankly, just this opening thing right here, this cathedral set in a mountainside, I'm absolutely, I love it. I love it. So, we're going to jump into this. We're going to take a look, and I'm hoping, just based off this shot, I'm hoping that I just love the Sisters. Let's go.
I shall be light in times of doubt. I shall have no mercy in the midst of battle. I shall have no fear in the face of death. By the Emperor, it shall be so.
Oh my god. I gotta... This is insane. This is AI art. Oh my god. Custodes. Dude, come on, man. What? Okay. Wow. Okay, hold on a second. I thought this was a lot longer. Okay. Okay. Let me just go back through this. Oh Oh my god. This is AI art, but this is this is just insane. This is frightening level of detail. First of all, servo skull. This level of detail is just crazy. What is this? Now, although the sisters are a force of, they are attached to the Ordo Hereticus and of the Inquisition. They are the militant arm of the Ordo Hereticus. So this person here could be a representation of that Ordo. Then of course you have like the ships aren't an exact match, but this could be a number of things. This, on the other hand, I have no complaints about whatsoever. This is kind of what you'd expect to see out of a hive. This level of ecological impact, the damage, the spires rising into the atmosphere. That's just absolutely beautiful. This... So, the sisters are usually recruited from the ranks of the Schola Progenium. Now, the Schola Progenium is it's a school. One of two ways to get into the Schola Progenium. One, your parents buy your way in, or two, you were an orphan, whose parents have been lost due to service to the Imperium. So a lot of guardsmen's children wind up in the Scholar. Now there's a couple of other different ways, but those are the two main ways that you wind up in the Schola Progenium. Now, men who go to the Schola Progenium, they can wind up in officer corps. Same with women. So at some point in their childhood, when they're going through the ranks of the Schola Progenium, they're already being centered towards like different roles. Like men and women could wind up being commissars if they show a particular disciplinary knack. They could wind up being Tempestus Scions. They could wind up being administratum officials, governmental officials. Yeah. During this process, some of the more religiously inclined female people within the Scholar are going to wind up being assessed to the sisters. And of course, this a female could just join a convent on one of the local worlds, Shrine World, or something to that extent. Not all sisters come from the Scholar, but most of the ones you've heard of have come from the Scholar. Now, their process, once they have been identified as potential future sister, they will be pretty much given over to the church at that point. This is insane. I'm not sure if this is supposed to represent the Emperor. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking that way. Hive Sprawl, Chaos Corruption. Yeah, this is Chaos, probably Nurglite. Probably Nurglite from the way it was shown. Now, at some point, like, especially if they enter... Okay, so not all sisters, not all members of the Adepta Sororitas, which is the sisters... not all of them are combat specialized. You have the Sisters Hospitaller, who are basically battlefield healers. You have, a couple of wings of the Adepta Sororitas that are there specifically for religious rites, of course. You have some that serve with noble families. as quite literal maids that are, call them maids is kind of like a it's okay, the simplest way to say it is they're maids slash nannies. But what they're really there to do is to guide along a young noble and see to their needs as they prepare to take ownership of planetary governorship, stuff like that. They're there to give them the proper instruction on how to do your job. Now, the failures of the Imperium when it comes to this are evident in the ones that rebel, but if you have a sister there that is their part of that particular coven that provides that kind of support, you're not going to see, like, the planetary governor or hive governor is going to be far more well balanced towards the needs of the Imperium. Now, the segment of the covens that actually engage in combat, this is what I'm seeing here. This is an actual battle sister. She is training to eventually be placed in power armor and go to war in the name of the Imperium. Now, here's something real quick. So, the brown hair on this girl right here. Now, everybody has seen the platinum blonde sisters. That belongs to one. Now, that's not a faction. That's not a faction wide thing. That's not a faction wide thing. Or else this sister would have her hair done in platinum blonde as well. Now, that might be the whatever he used to make this, speaking forward through that. But what more likely we're seeing here is the other girl is just platinum blonde by nature alone. Now, the Sisters of Our Martyred Lady, every single sister dyes their hair platinum blonde in honor of Alicia Dominica, who was their founding sister. Now, this would probably be Nurgle Chaos as well. Either that or Zinchian. Cornite. Now, this armor, of course, does not designate any... Like, this armor is just armor. I'm not sure how this actual software to make this works, but this would not be Adepta Sororitas power armor. Not even close to that level. This will be more along the lines of Carapace armor that this woman is standing in. This will be more along the lines of Carapace armor. More advanced than flak armor, of course, but this is a training environment, so you wouldn't expect to see them in full regalia. This, on the other hand, is as close to a representation of a Custodes that you're probably going to get outside of somebody actually going in and doing all the things themselves. The spear, the Guardian Spear, the only complaint I have is that it's missing the underslung bolter, but aside from that, yeah. And of course, they're not going to be able to get the same level of detail. And I can appreciate it. I know what this was meant to represent. That is just... I love this, anyhow. That is most definitely an Ultramarine. The Golden Throne, the Emperor, but yes. Now, this right here, now, to be absolutely 100% perfectly honest, perfectly honest, This is normally a dress and attire that you would see in a sister that is going through the path of the Repentia. But this might also be because she is meditating in prayer. This might be symbolizing part of her religious indoctrination training. This might be part of that. Repentia don't normally get the chance to do anything other than just wage war. Repentia are sisters who feel like they have fallen from the God Emperor's light, and they, in a similar vein to Slayers from Warhammer Fantasy, the Dwarven Slayers will strip down to just the barest of armors. In some cases, they will wear basically nothing except a loincloth, and they will go into battle against pretty much anything they can find, trying to find something to kill them in order to redeem their honor. Repentia function in most the same way. Repentia are sisters who feel like they have fallen short or sinned against the God Emperor, and with that being said, they are going to quite literally strip their armor off, strip off any kind of protection they can, and they usually grab a two-handed chainsword and will just charge into battle, selling their lives as short as possible. And then, of course, you have the penitent engines, which are 40k is nothing if it doesn't have a lot of horror with it. And you see, I'm guessing that this is more of the religious indoctrination. This, of course, being a representation of Sanguinius, because Sanguinius is considered a extremely holy figure. Sanguinius or Saint Celestine. Sanguinius or Saint Celestine, one of the two. It could be either way. The detail on this is not very clear, but this could very well be Saint Celestine, which is Saint Celestine was a Sister of Battle Repentia that essentially became is probably one of the, if not the most powerful figure in 40k outside of the Primarchs. She is literally one of the most powerful entities in 40k. Bolter. Now, this would be more along the lines of what you would expect. It's a fully enclosed suit. Now, to be honest with you, there'd be a little bit more armor around her, and of course the helm, or at least the connection piece, which that of course would be. Yes. I do not know who this figure is supposed to be. Now that is terrifying, yet actually extremely accurate for, your typical battlefield in 40k is going to look like this. Especially against, not typical. A battle against demonic hordes is going to look kind of like this. It's going to be that terrifying. And while she's more adorned in plate armor at this point, I really do love the symbolism of black and red, the whole everything like that. She has gone from a child to being a trained sister. Yes. This was unbelievably outstanding. Now, if you have never seen anything about the Sisters of Battle, that was, for me, it was a visual treat, because we do have representations of the sisters in other cinematics. This was very, very different from that, but at the same time, oh man, it was worth it. Warpugs, I need stuff like this. We need. I'm hoping that at some point we get a accurate to lore representation of the sisters played out in either live action or the best CGI we can come from. Now, I'm almost considering getting Warhammer Plus just to watch Pariah Nexus, because there is a Sister of Battle portrayed there. Apparently Danica. And I really want to see that. The Sisters have been my favorite faction for a very, very long time. And, yeah, I think that just about covers it. Warpugs, that was Sisters of Battle. Sister of Battle. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Wow. I can't appreciate that. Warpugs, this was done by bstuartTI. So, I'm going to be putting all of their links in the description down below. And go give this a check, because this was very much worth it for me. Aside from all that, I can't wait to see if more is done. I'd love to see something done. I'd love to see something done for the Mordians, because I'm a Mordian fanboy. Until next time, Warpugs. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Yeah.